know that music was a major inspiration in his legendary achievements in track and field.
Usain Bolt storming through, he takes it again.
We also know of his mastery in the latest moves in dancehall. And of course, moonlighting on the wheels of steel as a selector. But what we didn't know is that the fast man would be producing what he so passionately consumes. We have the project and some of the artists on it live. Part 2 of our No Holds Barred chat with the legendary DJ David Rodigan on the state of reggae at this time. Grooving in the Park 2019 lived up to its reputation as the biggest Jamaican type event in the United States. We were there, and of course we'll be showing you what we've got. All coming up right here on our stage, plus this week's E-News, reviews, and more. Welcome to our show, everyone. I am Winford Williams. We'll be right back.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
All right, so we are back and over to Jason Williams with the stories making our E-News and reviews for this week, plus video stage.
If the Reggae Sumfest 2019 lineup wasn't hot enough, add coffee to the mix and some may say it's now steaming. It's official. Coffee will now join the lineup for concert night 1 of Reggae Sumfest 2019. Stay tuned to Onstage. As we continue to look at the big events of summer, we turn our attention now to New Kid on the Block, BRT, which has grown exponentially over the years, with their Atlantic City edition next weekend shaping up to be their biggest yet.
I'm excited.
We caught up with the event's head cook and bottle washer, Hans Mullings, on Merrick Boulevard in New York last week.
I'm excited like a child because what I've been working for so long, I don't know if I'm there because every day I keep building my realm. I need to expand, keep expanding, but the amount of tickets we sold so far, we're already past the numbers from last year. And last year we had over 8,000 people, so we're looking for 12,000 people this year.
On the lineup, names like Shensia, Ding Dong, Squash, The Voice, and so much more. BRT will make its first stop in Jamaica in 2020 for spring break. And you met him right here on our stage in February, Chester Miller, the Dennis Brown look and sound alike that many people are talking about. Well, he promised a video and here it is. Please have a heart.
Please have a heart. Yes. Please have some heart. Whoa.
And for this and other full music videos, visit our YouTube page at youtube.com/OnstageTV.
All right, so those are the stories making our E-News and reviews for this week. Stay with us right here on stage. Still to come, we know that music was a major inspiration in his legendary achievements in track and field. But little did we know that the fast man was producing much of what he so passionately consumes. Part 2 of our No Holds Barred chat with the legendary DJ Rodigan on the state of reggae at this time. But first, Grooving in the Park after the break.
I said you rock me, rockin' in the fire. Oh, the vibe down low. Can't express how me glad to come out. Never seen so much good back flow.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage, so much more than entertainment.
All right, so we're back with our report on Grooving in the Park. happening as we speak. The 9th installment of Groovin in the Park. Happening right now. And just in case you were under a rock or something, over the last 9 years, it is the biggest Jamaican type event in the United States. You were telling me that you're from Negril.
Yes, I'm from Negril, Jamaica.
Yes, and you're spending your vacation in New York.
Yes, I'm here just for this show. My name is Latoya.
Yes.
I'm Nicole's niece.
Oh, so
Yes.
you're part of the entourage.
Yes. I invited her up here because my mom celebrated her 60th birthday. We had a party for her, so she came and I told her about the show, so she was excited.
Tell us about the experience so far.
So far, it's beautiful. I like to see Caribbean people getting to enjoy themselves.
And now we're grooving in the park. The reception of the crowd was very intense.
Look at us, a small island, have this great music named reggae. I am loving this.
4 years being in Groovin in the Park, trust me, it's fun. Big up all the mineral people, all the Glade community, Caymanas Bay, big up everybody from the SDC.
Life is what we've been searching for. Sweet love, what we've been looking for. Now that I got it right.
All right, Kat, you guys have set this place afire, an early fire for you. How did it feel for you up there?
Well, real nice. New York is our town, really. Boy, win for this. It's a joy.
Okay. I'm the reggae ambassador.
What was your temperature up there?
Yeah, always 96. Always.
Above 96?
About, you know.
Enough respect to you and the whole Onstage team.
Yes.
Because you guys have been doing a great job. Tremendous job. Trust me, I don't even know how to describe it, but keep up the good work.
We're doing it for you guys, and you're our inspiration.
Yes.
So we do it because you watch and you want to know.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's why we do it. Thank you so much, though.
Yeah, man.
So how is it going today, or is it going right now?
No, it's a good look, you know. I mean, the person who I come to see is performing right now, Sizzla.
Oh, yeah?
Judgment Yard. On stage, one stage, big up the whole Spanish town, and some city.
Oh, cherry, oh, baby. Hey! You know I'm in need of thee.
Groovin!
Lord of mercy, give me the water, world me thirsty. Oh, me some man, don't make you do, just stop cursing. Hey. David Rodigan, man. Hey. Rodigan, son driver. Don't stop at all.
Who brought you out today?
Well, Beres Hammond. I need to see Beres.
And you?
I guess Sizzla, everybody.
No, Sizzla on the stage and you're back here.
Because I had to use the bathroom.
Okay, that's why you moved. All right.
Yeah,
Good excuse. The experience is going well for both of you, I take it.
Yes, it has been. Yes, it's a great experience.
So far we have seen Third World opening up, dropping and starting this energy, followed by David Rodigan, who created quite a stir inside the venue. And we have just seen Sizzla Kalonji. That takes us halfway through this evening. And still to come, Keisha Cole, Beres Hammond, and Michael Bolton. You guys are grooving together, right?
Yes, we are.
Who are you to each other?
We're friends.
Just friends?
Just friends.
No benefits?
That sounds like a whole lot of information.
Okay, so how's it going for you?
Good.
We are looking at 5 ladies right now who are fans of Grooving in the Park. Who came before?
I was here with R. Kelly. A lot of other shows I've been.
The rest of the group
Yes, man.
are
they've been-
newcomers?
No, this is the one. She flew all the way from Jamaica.
Oh, you came up from...
Yeah, but she's mute, so she's signed. She do sign.
Much as Grooving in the Park is a major success story, its growth perhaps would not have been achieved without the support of sponsors like these. You're a sponsor of Grooving in the Park, and we just want to take a little time out for you to tell us about why and how you became part of it.
Oh, that's easy. That's easy. Why? Our community supports my family business, and I want to give back.
Yes.
I've known Joan and Chris from the very beginning. We grew our business together.
Yes.
So they asked me to sponsor, and I was a 1, 2, 3 decision. Yes, absolutely. You know, just turn around and look at everybody.
Yes.
It's about the music. It's about the community. It's just good. It feels natural.
First of all, I grew up right there.
Yes.
Okay, and so in my blessed life, in terms of my career, my education, and things of that sort, I feel an obligation to bring back a major corporation to this area. There are great, wonderful Caribbean people here, people who look like the world. It is a necessary association in terms of the people we serve around the globe, all represented right here in Queens.
For Grace in the diaspora in particular is about the community. The strength of Grace, the growth of Grace is based on our people. All of them that I know you've captured on stage today. So we believe the best way to touch our consumers is to be a part of what they do and what they enjoy. And you know our culture is what we enjoy. So food is a part of culture, hence Grace, and the music.
Jamaican born and bred?
Yes.
And you work for Jen here?
In the U.S., Brooklyn to be exact.
Okay, so you were here when you got employed, or you were employed in Jamaica
I was
and then
here.
flown here?
I was here when I got
You were living
employed.
here?
Yes.
And they found you as a Jamaican and employ you?
Yes.
And it's going well. Your face is suggesting that you love your job.
Yes, I do.
You're proudly wearing the sash.
Well, this is Gary Nestapine, you know. I used to be the lead singer for the Wailers from 98 till 2005. Then I started to do EDM, and I have my own reggae album.
What do you make of this event?
This event is momentous, because you know what? As Africans abroad, this shows our strength.
Dance on the floor. Boy, that's now. She came back, wanting for more, yes.
Beautiful. Beres, all the artists, wonderful, wonderful.
Well, I wish you would stay longer. Bright up my life like.
They should have more music while they're changing the band. I'm a little disappointed in that department. But other than that, the show is fine.
I said I'm falling in love with you for reggae. I love you. How could I ever doubt that you were mine? Right to go.
I'm enjoying myself immensely. And I came my sister here for the very first time.
The best.
And we are enjoying
Only the
ourselves.
best. Chris
All right.
is the best. Grooving in the Park.
5 years. Love it. It's a blast.
I love Groovin in the Park and I love Beres, man. I never miss no show.
The trouble is waiting, yes, it's wrapped up in my bed. I'm tired, I'm sleeping, can't take it no yet. My head, the trouble is waiting, it's wrapped up in my bed. I'm so tired.
Here is my event friend. My event friend. She does all the big ones. Go and tell them about where we have seen you before.
Oh my God, Jam Rock Cruise, Love and Harmony, Sumfest, you name it. Groovin in the Park, 4th year in a row, awesome.
Tell us your name.
Lorraine,
Okay.
from Brooklyn.
And so tell everybody we'll see you at Sumfest for me.
Sumfest in 2 weeks. The show is gonna sell off. Every artist you can think of is gonna be awesome. Be there.
Epic, epic, epic shellings. More and more. I can't stop. Love it.
It was good. It was really nice.
I love it, but I wish Beres had closed the show.
Amazing. Totally awesome. Beres did it for me.
Beautiful show. Beautiful. Music for the people. We enjoyed it. We couldn't be better. Love it. Beres, mud thing.
Groovin in the park as usual. Beres Harmon was great. Everything is good. We're enjoying ourselves. Very nice. Need more Beres.
More Beres?
Yes. I'm having a good time.
You're the youngest person I see right here. How do you feel about the show?
It's pretty good.
You're bringing her into this realm of music.
Yes.
How do you feel about it?
I love it. I love it. Big up everyone in Jamaica. Beres, you're the man.
Beres is Sizzla Collection!
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I love you. I watch you all the time.
DJ Jamaica.
Yes,
I love you too.
Hi, Jamaica. See you in August for my birthday. Love you.
On stage. Big up Marcia, big up all of our supporters on Facebook. I am with the one and only, the legendary Mr. Whitford in the house. Big up all the supporters, all of our family in Jamaica.
And my sisters and all the other families that's in Jamaica.
Congratulations, sir, on your recognition in New York.
Wow.
What's your acceptance speech?
New York has always been seen as the Big Apple. And for you to leave Jamaica and to command an audience in the New York setting, it means a lot to me, honestly. Not to say that our population of 2.6 million is nothing to New York,
yes.
But you understand.
Yes.
And with the Jamaican diaspora and the level of packaging they put in this show, it's wonderful. So we commend Sizzla, Beres, the whole team, carrying the Jamaican flag to New York on that level and giving it to Groovin in the Park.
All of them are your kids?
Well, these two. This is the first one. This is Ethan Dossard. This is Aaron Dossard. I am Aurel Dossard, otherwise known by the name of Terry. You understand? And we're from the Bronx, New York. You understand? We watch your program every week. We're a loyal watcher of your program. Trust me, I do good for the community. We respect, honor the works we do. So big up on yourself, big up on stage. Rupert, the cameraman, we always hear you talk about him. Big up yourself.
Need you forever, but I need you to stay. You are the one. You are the one. Said I loved you my life.
This is the largest Groovin in the Park to date. I got a report from the NYPD just around 3 p.m. this afternoon, that they did a flyover at 2:30 p.m. At that point, we were just coming out of the thunderstorm we had here. 22,000 people were here at 2 p.m. Then by 6 p.m., there was no space left in this park.
And what's the total number then?
Well, I'm not going to give you a total number yet, but it's over 30,000. I can tell you that. You know, this venue has never seen the crowd it have seen here today. And we could have never do this by ourselves. Your support, Winford Williams, Onstage, and all the supporting cast made this possible.
Well, sir, it's our pleasure to do it. Thank you for having us, and we look forward to next grouping, sir.
Sunday, June 28, 2020.
To love somebody, to love somebody the way I love you.
Michael Bolton is tasked with closing this edition of Groovin 2019 and is well received in the park. But in my view, this show, this Groovin, belongs to Beres Hammond. And with that, this is where we say so long from Groovin in the Park in New York. Winford Williams on behalf of the hard-working team, well, you know, promising that you will see us again next year in this Roy Wilkins Park for Groovin.
For highlights of grooving performances, please go to our YouTube channel. All right, so we want to take time out here to thank all our fans across the tri-state area who came up to us and showed love and motivation for our show being all over the space. Wow, thank you so much. We love you to death. Don't die though, stay alive. Stay with us, still to come right here on our stage, David Rodigan on the state of reggae. You don't want to miss that. And later, Usain, Bolton on a rhythm. Wow.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On Stage, so much more than entertainment.
So last week we gave you part one of a no-holds-barred one-on-one chat with the legendary British selector David Rodigan on the state of reggae at this time. Right now, we give you part two. Little do the boys know that this mysterious man is actually the notorious sound system serial killer, David Rodigan. Where's our music in the UK right now? We credit the UK for breaking reggae in the world, to the world. You're the historian. Migrant Jamaicans took it before the artists, some of those wind
correct,
and they were playing it in their basement.
Absolutely.
Isn't that how you guys got onto it?
That's exactly how I got onto it.
Okay. And then later on, you love it so much, you wanted to see the artists come and perform.
Yes.
The British people have, since that, been pushing the music, consuming it.
Yes.
And when they say yes to a record, it is likely, like coffee now.
Yeah.
Coffee is burning up the world.
Yeah.
Because you guys added her to your playlist.
Yes.
So,
high list, A-list rotation.
Don't the world look to you for guidance in popular music?
I think the world has always looked to the UK because some of the greatest bands have come out of the UK.
Including the great United States, right?
Yes, because the Beatles took America by storm.
Yes.
You know, prior to them, it was Elvis and a rock and roll movement, but when the Beatles and the Rolling Stones came along, there was a big explosion of British culture that hit America. So yes, the 60s are a very important time. I was fortunate enough to be a teenager growing up. I saw Jimi Hendrix. I saw him at Aylesbury Town Hall. You know, I saw some of these bands, not all of them. So we were there when that movement was happening, and young working class kids who were not Jamaican, they were white urban kids from London and major cities, they took this sound of reggae 50 years ago in 1969 and they made it their own. How did they make it their own? They went out and bought it in bucket loads. Box after box of these records were being sold, not in traditional West Indian shops, but in pop record shops. So these chart returns are being made. Oh, the pioneers, look at them, Dave and Ansel Collins. Oh, and the Melodians, oh, Pat Kelly. These records were selling hundreds of thousands and they went in the British charts. So young British youths took the music, the skinheads and the mods before them, took the music of Jamaica and took it unto themselves. But the West Indian culture was there, obviously it's part of what was growing and developing in England, and they had their blues parties and their shebeens and their dances and their clubs and their sound systems, and we can't forget the importance of sound systems. But that was also happening, but what was also happening was that this reggae music was being played on Radio 1. I was hearing reggae music played on pirate ships in the North Sea of England. Okay. That's how important the music of Jamaica was then, and it captured the hearts, souls and imagination of British people. And everyone, I defy anyone to say they don't know a reggae, half a dozen reggae hits.
That is why the question is so important, David, about where the music is now.
It isn't where it once was, and the reason for that is that the young black youth movement has not recreated the music that we know as reggae or dancehall. They have created their own music, which they call grime, or their own version of hip-hop, or rather R&B. Grime music, epitomized by artists such as Stormzy, who's headlining at the Glastonbury Music Festival this weekend, is a reflection of what has now happened in England. And this is not just black youths. If you watch Stormzy or some of the other gigs, performing at these festivals, you're not seeing thousands and thousands of black people. You're seeing a mixture of people, and in the countryside, in the home counties and some of the counties around the country, you're seeing a predominantly white audience who know every single lyric of these artists' songs. So these artists are the sons and daughters of Jamaicans, of Africans, of Barbadians, who've had a West Indian connection and an African connection. But they are not recreating African music as such. They're certainly not recreating dancehall or reggae, because they are just not. And if you ask them, oh, do you like reggae? Well, I like a bit of dancehall. Do you like reggae? No, but my mum does. And that's something that you get now, my mum does. The harder they come, that film alone, the soundtrack, introduced millions of people to this music. You can play Desmond Dekker or any track from that soundtrack and it will resonate. But it doesn't have the esteem that it once had, simply because there aren't as many bands from Jamaica making the music that they once made. There are less of what we would call traditional reggae bands. I mean, there are only a few reggae bands now compared to what there once were, and vocal harmony groups. And furthermore, the young people in England are not necessarily, they're not saying, oh, I want to recapture the essence like Aswad did, like Steel Pulse did. These were young British bands like UB40 did, that loved reggae, took reggae and turned it upside down and made their own reggae. And there was so much of it. In the 70s and 80s, there was so many reggae bands. It was a phenomenon. But now, there are some college bands that are making ska and reggae, of course. Gentleman's Dub Club's a good example, and there are others. But essentially, what you've seen is a music which is no longer held in the esteem that it once was, because it's not being recreated by British people in the way that it once was by young British blacks. That's what we've seen the demise of, and that's where we are, and that's a fact.
Oh, wow.
That's a fact.
You know, David, well, it's quite a chat, and we really, really appreciate you coming and sharing with us, and I'm happy that you can help me to make this point, because maybe I'm not credible enough to say to youths, because I don't know if it's resonating. They tend to give some air to and eyeballs to us, the show, but I don't know if it's resonating when we tell them that the world don't want violence.
No, they don't.
Want love.
No,
from
they
Jamaica.
don't. But
That's
where we're getting the love is, I mean, I saw on a rooftop here in Manhattan a couple of nights ago, I saw a young artist called Savannah and another artist called Leela Ike, presented by Protégé. This lady, Savannah, is a phenomenal talent. I mean, she would lift the soul of anyone. Oh my God, she's incredible, as is Leela Ike. And these two artists, I mean, I was just talking today to the Iron Fist of New York, King Addis. They just finished voicing Leela Ike on dubplate. Protégé, Chronix, Kabaka Pyramid. You know, what the work of Damian Marley and his brother Stephen, of course, is incredible.
Are they creating their own space there?
Yes, of course they are. Of course they are. No, so please don't misunderstand me when I said what I just said, because I don't say it in a vacuum. I say it as a reflection of what once was, and I'm talking primarily in comparing what once was with what is now with terms of young people in England. But that's not to say that those same young people aren't captured and captivated by the new young roots music scene which we discussed briefly at the beginning of this interview, and which is very much a part of what's happening. When we see, you know, Chronix is an incredible talent. I mean, really, really on another level. I had the privilege of interviewing him with the BBC 3 years ago, and my producers, we said the same thing. It was like up on Jack's Hill. We reasoned with him for about 2 hours, and I came away thinking, this is a young man. Chronix is a young man, but his understanding, his depth of understanding of humanity and culture, the impact of, and the thing I love about him is that he's not putting things in a box. So please don't get this wrong, Jamaica. Please understand, be quite clear about this, that the music of these new young artists is a phenomenon, and may there be more, and I'm certain there will be more coming through, because it is imperative. You cannot keep a good man or a good woman down. Talent will rise to the top like cream does. Had a brief conversation with Leela Ike and Savannah afterwards. I was like, yes, I mean, John 9. Look at John 9, look what she's doing. I mean, in a wonderful, incredibly talented artist. And There has to be more, there will be more. This new movement of women in the business is fantastic.
Women.
You know, and Jada Kingdom, what about her? I mean, I saw her being interviewed on your show. She's an incredible talent. She jumped on a plane, played for herself to come up to England to perform at the One Extra weekend in the East End of London, and she mashed the place up. Her blonde hair, her style, her lyrics. I mean, we're in a good place in many ways, and I hope I don't sound like I'm a downbeat, oh, it's not like it used to be. There's nothing more boring than people saying it's not like it used to be. It'll never be like it used to be, because that's not how the world evolves. It has to evolve, it will evolve, and it is important that we do not ever lose sight of the fact that without new talent, we're finished, and DJs have the responsibility to play new talent and let the songs breathe. I think we're living in a world now where some selectors seem to think that all people want to hear is 30 seconds of a song. That is not fair. It is not fair on the artistry. It is not fair on the musicians. It's not fair on the songwriters. It's not fair on the engineers who went to all this trouble to make something, and a selector comes on with a laptop and plays 30 seconds of the chorus looking for a cheap forward. That is killing the business. And I'm going to say this again and again and again, and I don't care who hates on me. This is killing the business. If a selector doesn't have the courage and the conviction to allow a song to breathe, at least to the chorus, at least to the bridge, and I appeal to selectors worldwide. Okay, maybe everyone doesn't want to hear the entire song from beginning to end, but my gosh, please do the music justice. Allow the music to breathe. If you don't have an engineer to record your song, if you don't have a singer to sing it, if you don't have a songwriter to write the song, if you don't have musicians to play the music, then nothing happens. Without the engineers, without the recording studios, without the artistry of sound and technicians and artistry of voice and DJs, people say, oh, it's just the DJs rapping over music. Yeah, you try and talk in rhyming couplets for 2.5 minutes and keep time and not run out of lyrics. See if you can do that. It is an art form. But what are we doing, some of us? We're ripping the thing up. We're just shredding it. We are shredding it. We are not allowing to, and so many people say to me, boy, I can't go and dance again, then already go. Why can't I? I can't take the squawking, the screaming, the hollering over the music.
Lord, Lord, and up for your right. What you gonna do now? Yeah, yeah. Don't give up the fight.
Watch me now.
Yeah.
All right, so there you have him, the big man, David Rodigan, on the state of reggae in the world at this time. Hope you learned something. And stay with us, still to come right here on stage. Usain Bolt's Olympic Rose live.
You know man, a ball for life. Won't I get me up, figure some of them. Won't I get
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage. So much more than entertainment.
We know that music was a major inspiration in his legendary achievements.
Here comes Usain Bolt! Usain Bolt storming through, he takes it again!
In track and field. We also know of his mastery of the latest moves in dancehall. And of course, his moonlighting on the wheels of steel as a selector. But what we didn't know is that Usain Bolt planned to not only be a consumer selector of music, he would also produce the stuff. Dr. the Honorable Usain Leo Bolt is on our stage right now with a project of which he's not only the producer, but also the executive producer. Right now, right here on our stage, the fast one, Usain Bolt.
Oh, God.
Blessed love, sir. Congratulations on your ascension in music. Was producing something you were always eyeing?
No. It's a concept that over the years, me and NJ we always talk about it. We finally got an opportunity when I started doing my champagne life. Let's do something for it. So that's how it came about, and that's how we decided to do it.
Okay, so you were in the studio instructing people. You were writing lyrics. You were mixing with him. You were saying, no, take that out, put that in, on those things.
Not with everyone. I think a few other artists wanted, artists they wanted to do their own thing, but we did have input on what we wanted. And with one of the new artists, we definitely was there to say, yo, put this in, use this one instead. So it was a good vibe all around with everything. And the rhythm was actually done by my cousin. And we grew up together, so
yes,
it's a big thing.
Is it, yeah, talk about the rhythm. The rhythm, why that particular rhythm?
No, because we're trying to get a summer vibes.
Okay.
I sit down with him and I was like, listen, what we need a summer vibe.
You want a
Because,
dance vibe?
Dance,
yeah.
summer vibe where we can dance to and vibes to. And make a few and we say, all right, yo, this is the one we want. And it's nice and we play it for everybody and the vibe was just right and all the artists that are on the rhythm really enjoy it.
Tell us about the list of artists. We're going to have someone here performing, but tell us about the list and how difficult was it to get them on?
For me, you know, we actually talked to a lot of people, but the project was kind of, I wouldn't say rush, but we wanted to get it in a timely fashion. So we talked to a lot of artists and a lot of them was traveling and they couldn't be on, but Chris Martin, as you know, is my best friend. Munga, you understand, Ding Dong, and Dexter Laps are the artists. And then one of our best friends actually throughout the years is Bibi Gardner. He's a footballer, but he also DJs. I was like, you know what?
Bibi is in the studio too. But so Bibi in the music like that?
Yeah, long time in the music. So I say, you know what?
Touch him on the mic this time?
Yeah, man.
Okay,
that's
interesting. So we're likely to see him on stage. He's welcome.
Yeah.
It's a project that you're using to promote your
champagne.
Your champagne?
Yeah.
Is that the only reason why you're in music?
For me, as I said earlier, I was always into music. Music has always been a part of my life throughout my career of track and field. But with the music thing, it's not easy, you know. To deal with this artist is not an easy thing. You understand? So for me, that's always going to be the challenge. Is it worth the time and the effort? That's what I'm saying. This first project will determine if the effort that we put in and calling this person, chasing this person, trying to make sure everything works and getting their time and making content and all these things is worth it. So when this project drops, which I feel personally is good, although everybody's always going to feel like the thing that they do is proper, but I feel like this is going to be something good, and we're launching with Champagne, which is Olympic Rosy, and that's the name of the rhythm also. So I think it's going to be good, so I'm looking forward to the summer.
All right, sir. Well, you know, we know about artists and their problems. You know what I mean? So, welcome to the music. But no, don't run from it, though. Because, you know, there's much you can bring to it, and as a dancer and a passionate consumer. And your brand too, you know, because you're bringing brand power to the music.
Definitely.
So a man, if you know that, all the artists try to get in trouble if you know, say, a ready brand, them I deal with that right here.
I think they're going to understand that when it drops.
All right, well, you know, and that's why we're eager to drop it, Usain, because we hear it, we're a little piece of it and we're excited about it. Me know say rhythm can work, a bad rhythm. Say, I'm here, a good artist, yeah. So, you see, once it a close dance, you know it go.
Yeah.
Somebody hit a play in the last hour of a dance.
Yeah.
A man don't want to be left out of that.
True.
Because that's the hot segment of the dance.
But
and that's when man are going to come now and say, oh, you see, open up the rhythm.
But what on the side though, you understand? As I said, we gave a lot of people opportunities. You understand? Because I know pretty much most of the artists in the industry that are top of the top.
Yeah.
So most of them say, yo, listen, I have a rhythm, this is what I do, but I like if you voice a song on it. People say they're busy, people don't have time, so just one of those things. I can't argue, you understand?
Understand.
So I don't know if you can, but if you decide now, after all this time, that you're not busy, maybe I'm busy, so you never know.
Talk about sports now. What are you doing in sports? Where are you in sports right now?
For me, just watching, just looking in really.
Enjoy sports.
Just watch and looking and watch the future. I mean, the girls are doing pretty well.
Yes.
Must say, I'm very impressed, especially Shelly. For coming back after having a baby, to come back and be running 10.73 is no joke. So for
that's
me,
extraordinary. Really.
For me, that's no. And she has a lot of months to go, and she has a lot of things to improve by just watching her. So for me, I'm very happy about that. On the male side, kind of shaky, but.
Yes.
Well, as again, we have a long way to go before the World Championships.
Yeah, but do you see potential among the men?
For me, the problem with the men, I've just by watching them and being among them, is that a lot of them don't have the drive. As soon as they come out of high school and they get their first contract, which we have set the bar so high now that our sponsors want a Jamaican sprinter. So they come out and they pay these young athletes a lot of money. And as soon as they get that first big check, it's like they say, no, I've made it. And then the drive that they had coming out of high school or during high school is just gone.
Oh.
You understand? So I think that's one of the biggest problems. So the youngsters, for me right now, need to get hungry again. So because for years I've been saying, oh, this one's going to be good, this one's going to be good, but I've noticed the trend that as soon as they get that first contract...
The money is killing the talent, the drive, the passion.
Yes.
You know, so money are corrupt, the thing.
But I can understand that now. There's no way you can get this amount of money at the start for doing minimal thing in high school.
Yes.
And then think about how much money you can make. That's how I look at it.
See?
When I was making money, I didn't say to myself,
course,
yeah,
right.
all right, I'm okay with what I have now. I wanted more. So I don't understand, oh, that should motivate you. That's how I look at it. If you're getting $10 and then you end up getting $100 now, that should motivate you to want more and to push more and to work harder to be greater, you understand? So for me, I look at things different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why you're Usain.
Exactly.
So them should have hear what I say. Them youth, them just pull back and look at the future,
Yeah.
look at how much more life they have to live. You know what I mean? Because I same thing in music too, you know.
Yeah.
Whole man around here.
My first song.
Whole man down here, brethren, who have potential to be big like Drake. And them don't exploit it.
Don't put in
Enough.
the work.
And they're satisfied with what they're getting because they're better than
They
a
used
few
to be.
other Jamaicans.
True.
It's like the only competition in the world for them is Jamaica.
Yeah.
It's sad because Jamaicans are known for being international,
Yeah.
or music or sports.
Jamaica has a big impact on the world. If you travel outside of Jamaica, you know that.
Yes.
You understand? Because when I travel, just by the flag itself, people want to be associated with Jamaica in any way they possibly can. You understand? Even when I meet people, they're like, oh, I have a friend from Jamaica. They feel happy to even can say that to me, that they know somebody from Jamaica, because Jamaica is such a big part of the world. I think through music and sports, we have really touched the world and made an impact on the world. So for me, a lot of people don't see the opportunity that they have just by being Jamaican.
Yeah, and Popcorn was here once, and he said to me, I wish I could fly out every ghetto youth. I never forget this.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that he himself went out. We saw him in Europe. And when he came back, he came and did this interview with us. It was his first tour of Europe. And he says, I wish I could fly out every ghetto youth and see the world. And I wish the government of Jamaica and all of us could do more to expose our young people and to understand and to make them understand what's out there for them.
True.
Same thing you're saying about these young athletes. And they, I think, if they know, and the same thing Papi has said, if they know, they would have a different perspective. And they will go about life a different way because they are already, from the moment them jump out in anything, they're already being called and being looked at and looked up to by the world. They fit into the global community of great people. But I'm not giving no more speech, that is that. So what about your football, your little moment in football? You done with that?
Yeah, you know, we started out and it was good, but for some reason I thought I intimidate the coach. Personally, just by who I am. But he never gave me a chance. You know what I mean? And for me, when it didn't happen there, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to push it. I just decided that to focus on business and to move on from there.
So you're not considering any other sport?
No. I could have probably gone and continued in football, but I just took it as an opportunity to say, you know what, maybe this is not the right direction to go.
Yeah.
So I just decided that, you know what, just focus on business. I have a lot of things in the pipeline, and I'm doing a lot of things now. So I want to just focus on that and try to do other things than worry about football right now.
All right. Well, in the moment, sir, you're worrying about a brand new music project. And the business is attached to it because it's to promote your new brand. Congrats on that.
Man, the champagne, for me, it was a big deal because, as you know, as I said, music and partying something that I've always been known for
Yes.
throughout the years. So the fact that when I joined up with Mom Champagne, it was a big thing for me because most of the events I did was traveling and partying and doing big, like, exciting events. So I really thought that brand really worked for me, and then we decided to do a champagne. I was like, yo, no doubt, I know it's going to be big because the promotion and people know who I am and they know that I'm going to put my heart. I didn't try to make it just like any other champagne, you know what I mean? Because when we started out the process, they want to make it sweet as I know. I don't want to make it just for, because women would really love just sweet champagne, but I want everybody to enjoy it.
Okay.
Understand? I will just put a spin on it and we do all the thing, but you hear more about it.
So everybody will like it.
Everybody.
Well, ladies, you like it. You saying things, so
what? Focus.
You don't have them already.
They came first, though. That's the first stop.
The women came first. You shouldn't let them know that.
The first
that whatever you did wasn't to take anything away from them. No. You know it will still be good for them.
Didn't make it too sweet, but nice.
See, don't disappoint them now.
Never that.
All right, you see it. Hold this. Can we ever leave the stage now? So you are going to be the host of the presentation of the rhythm. You have to host it, you know. You have to bring in the artists, them. You have to call them in and maybe touch it too. But maybe they may have to touch it. I don't know what's going to happen. But what we're going to do now is just clear the stage and give it to Usain Bolt and company.
Olympia Rose, just the name, same name as the champagne.
All right.
Olympia Rose.
Okay, so that's next, right here on our stage.
Champagne living. You know, man, a ball, feel like.
Reaching more and more screens around the world every week. On stage. So much more than entertainment.
All right, so we're back now and ready to exhibit this rhythm from the king of track and field, Usain Bolt, and he's vibing in the back. Standing by him is DJ Beres, ready to burn the turntable. And in front of me, right nearest to me now, Bibi Gardner, see me, Baller for Life. And you see we hear the lyrics there. And next to him, the producer of the rhythm, and he's Plugs, producer Plugs, making sure that I get it right. And of course, best friend, Christopher Martin. Okay, so starting with you now, Plugs, the rhythm, doing it, working with Usain Bolt.
Life-changing, I guess, isn't it? Been this for a while, and I mean, this is a big break.
Yes.
Isn't it? The caliber of artists on the project.
Yes.
I mean, I put a lot into making the rhythm, and yeah, just wait for the response. You know,
This is your moment, you think?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, and so what did Usain do?
Well,
no one tell me. What I think I'm going with some things in the
he
studio.
reached out and gave me the vibe that he wanted.
Yes.
And they were saying champagne and Olympia Rose, so I was thinking like a celebratory vibe. So
yes.
I wanted to do like some orchestral and with like trumpets, but I mean that's not the current sound. So kind of go for more synth sounds, but kind of keep the same feel along with like the 808 sound that's popular in dancehall now, that originated in like trap music. So just put it together.
So the focus, as he was saying, is more about dance, right? And
dance
the summer in particular, summer vibe.
Yeah, some
happy
like a
song,
feel-good
kind of
vibe.
Feel good.
Yeah.
Enough energy, exert and thing.
Yeah.
You recorded, baby, right? Yeah.
No, Kamal from Big Yard.
Okay, so Kamal did your piece of it.
Yeah.
We don't know you to be on we know you're a producer in our music long time. You're out front now, the rhythm pull you out or what?
No, you know the whole vibes, the whole energy. We went to the studio together, build a whole energy together. Went into the booth, just a whole little vibe. And start DJ and the man them say, that sound good.
Yeah.
If we record it.
Okay.
Yeah? So it all started from there really, and we just put everything together and come out like this.
Yes, and it's
big
Baller for
business.
Life.
Yeah, man, big
have so much girl you have to give us some. You
know the ships. Quick.
All right, so we're looking forward to that and see where it takes you in terms of voice. And so, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you're the big friend, you know, best friend.
Yeah, man,
I'm
my
the big
brother,
man,
man.
so you know that.
Yeah,
the
I'm
pressure,
a brother, man.
you know.
No, there's no pressure, man.
Okay.
Never.
All
never,
right,
ever.
so tell us about your song.
My song is called Do It, or So We Do It, you know what I mean? It's how we do it. You know what I mean? How me and my friends do it, how the team do it. Whenever we go out, it's a good time. And, you know, it's like, you know, when like my brethren win a gold medal, it's celebration all across the island.
Okay.
That's the way we party. It's a celebration. You understand? Yeah, man.
All right.
Big
so-
deal business, man.
Yeah, man. So you touch your champagne yet? Have you been able
Yeah,
to-
man. Money mix. We say money mix. And money mix is a mixture of the champagne and the cognac. Understand? Yeah, so
Okay.
it has that taste. I don't know how them do it exactly, but it has the money mix taste. That's the champagne. Olympia Rose. Very different, very trendy. A trendsetter. 100%.
All right, sir. So how busy are you this summer?
We're very busy, man. We leave for the weekend and we'll go to Bermuda and then we'll go to the States. Then we have Africa coming up again. You know, my place that.
Your home, yes.
You understand? So, big business. Just like Olympia Rose, you know?
Big
Straight.
deal.
Yeah, man. 100%.
All right, so we'll leave it here, sir. We're not chatting no more. We'll leave it right now. I don't know what you're saying I'm going to do. I'm around there will have vibe, so we think we should come out front, come do one thing with the music or so, a big dancer. So we don't know what will happen, but what we're going to do right now is to leave the stage to these gentlemen to drop the rhythm right here on our stage live.
Okay. 18. Tonight we are touch the road for the girl them. Big body be my push out for the girl them. Spend a couple million now more on the girl them. I love, man I buy love. My love there for you, my friend, man I bra for the girl them. Boom, I'm a brand, the Prada, Fendi, Balenciaga for the girl them. Man go hard for the girl them. Also man I do it for hyper man. Do it for the girl them. Beats them boss in a
Yup.
Olympia Rose in a cup.
Yup.
Make every girl a wine up.
Yup.
Girl, I saw me sweet, me I must bulk syrup. What? I saw we do it. I saw we do it, so we do it. I saw we do it, so we do it. 7 days of the way. I saw we do it, so we do it. And you know the deal, big, we not do it discreet. We overdo it. I saw we do it, so we do it. 7 days of the way. We overdo it. I saw we do it, so we do it, so we do it. Lips, pan, neck, fingernail in her back. These two eyes, yes, I did winner that. Good love, she want me come for deliver that sweet, sweet love. Boy, nice and easy, slow and deep. She for a while, with me tough concrete. Move the curtain, me no care if the neighbors see it. Sweet, sweet love. Girl, I say she want the rough up.
Yup.
Olympia Rose in a cup.
Yup.
Make every girl a wine up.
Yup.
Girl, I saw me sweet, me I must bulk syrup. Hey, I saw we do it. I saw we do it, so we do it. I saw we do it, so we do it. 7 days of the way. I saw we do it, so we do it. Baby, you ready?
Room. We some money mix.
Sure. Baller for life.
You know man a baller for life.
Champion living.
You know man a baller for life.
Upful, cupful.
Want a girl me and me a figure with some of them. Want a girl me and me just a issue to my friend. Want a girl me and me a figure with some of them. Want a girl me and me just a issue to my friend. And me say hold on the sidani. Enjoy the pan him we a figure say nani. You go link up with girl and say chillani. Beach party we a go take on it. Girl want touch, girl want touch. Olympia Rose in her car. Girl want touch. Jamaican kush where she want pop.
Chat to them.
When a team roll out, I be a martel girl pour out. Clean, I'm a polo. Enough girl layer we no solo. Want a girl me and me a figure with some of them. Want a girl we have we just a issue to a friend. Want a girl we have we a figure with some of them. Want a girl we have a issue to my friend. And me say hold on the sidani. Enjoy the pan him we a figure say nani. You go link up with girl and say chillani. Beach party we a go take on it. Different day and me say same thing again. We have a trailer load of girl just like Shabba them. Pamela Sue and Sue friend. Plus Sue friend I say she have a few friend. Whoa, me love girl, them love we bad. Like maths problem, girl get solved. Girl from Solve, I fight for the ruler where teacher have. Girl want touch, girl want touch.
Upful, cupful.
Want a girl me and me a figure with some of them. Want a girl me have me just a issue to my friend. Want a girl me and me a figure with some of them. Want a girl me have a issue to my friend. And me say hold on the sidani. Enjoy the pan him we a figure say nani. You go link up a girl and say chillani. Beach party we a go take on it. Girl want touch. Olympia Rose in her car.
Say what?
Girl want touch. Jamaican kush where she want puff. Hey, when a team roll out, I be a martel girl pour out. Clean, I'm a polo. Enough girl layer we no solo. Want a girl me and me a figure with some of them. Want a girl me and me a
Bless up. Baby, your tune sound like a god, you know. Seems like you're excited about it. How you feel about it, boss? What kind of mark you give? Where you give it? Or the producer, or the boss, say something about it when you hear Bridget.
Listen.
Mark the tune then, Bridget.
Listen, the talent is in the music, you know.
Yeah.
When I ask about Chris Martin, because we know the talent we have, but we're very proud of Baby.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time we are parring. Yeah. I will see my DJ and we say, yeah, go on, man. But look at this now. So, we like the vibe, man.
Yeah. If I get love already in the audience, I give enough love here too. So, you know what I mean, baby? All right, baby. All right, sir. So the champagne there, you see it?
Olympia Rose.
We can taste it now, man. We can taste it.
Olympia Rose, ready?
All right. So why not? While we bust the champagne, we're going to say this. So that's our show for this week. Winford Williams, on behalf of all of us, thanking you for joining us. Do join us again next week for more on stage. And now Olympia Rose, right now. I say go. And the football dances. Ball off the line. Move. Yes, sir. Ball off the line. I got one. You say, show the move, man. All right, thanks for watching our video. You know what to do. Click, subscribe, and be on our stage always.